I'm Dr. Kirby Thompson, licensed naturopathic doctor and owner and operator of Wildflower Wellness. And today we're here for Dr. Kirby's Pick. And to join us is, if you look over here, Sweet Love. That's one of my kitty cats. She just loves to join us for stuff. There she goes. Okay, back to Dr. Kirby's Pick. We scared her real well. So today, this month, June 2021, for Dr. Kirby's Pick, we'll be talking about the lymphatic system. Now, you need to make sure to like, or in Tennessee we say like, share, and do all that good stuff. But make sure you go to our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and see all those posts that are going to come out this month, because they're really informative about why we need to take care of our lymphatic systems. And a lot of taking care of your lymphatic system is really, doing the basics. And we'll go over a lot of that. I love the basics. The basics are great. Remember, if you want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, monthly's good. It is plenty of information in our overloading information age. It gives you a lot of information about not only our clinic, but also takes you directly to our YouTube channel and just, says, hey, we care about you. What do you need? And you can personal message me on Facebook if your email address, if you would like to get on that newsletter. It's pretty good, actually. Anyway, so to start out talking about lymph, let's talk about what the lymph entails. Now, the lymph system actually runs with the cardiovascular system, and there's lymphatic tissue in all organs. The actual system is composed mainly of the thymus, the spleen, the lymph nodes and ducts, right, and to go and travel, the bone marrow, and also the tonsils and adenoids. Now, there are also other lymphatics that are in each system that are specifically named, like the MALT, mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. That's in the lungs, upper respiratory. In the gut, which we actually are having a Facebook post, an Instagram post, and I think Twitter post on, which would be the GALT. That's the gut-associated lymphoid tissue. And it's just very interesting to learn about all these tissues. And if you have a problem in the lymphatics in one part of the area, guess what? You got them in all of them. In fact, there's even lymphatics that they found in your brain. So what are these lymphatic? Oh, let's have a picture of this lymphatic system. There you go. There it is. Now, it would be nice also to have a picture of this lymphatic system with the cardiovascular system. Let me move over, maybe. And then you can see how maybe those are a little bit good together. Now, the lymphatic system, its function is cleansing the cellular interstitial environment. So, number 2, defending the body against disease, returning proteins and tissues, fluids to general circulation, to general blood circulatory system, and providing a pathway for the absorption of fatty acids into the bloodstream. Those are very good things. And when you have a problem and that breaks down, you get pathology, but wait, we're not there yet. So let's talk about cleansing the cellular and interstitial environment. So in all the tissues and all the organs, as the blood flows through those, it perfuses the tissues. 90% of the blood fluid is taken back up into the venous system and then goes to the heart. Heart's over here, yes. Then about 10% of that, now these are, ifs, ish, 10%-ish goes into that lymphatic system and carries with it cellular debris, waste, bacteria, viruses, things the body needs to be alerted that are there. And in that lymphatic system, it then also flows back up towards the heart to the 2 lymphatic ducts. 75% of the body is over here on the left, 85% is over, pardon me, 25% is over here, right? And that is where it empties. The lymphatic system has a valve system, and it is that valve system, it does not pump. It doesn't have a heart. It is through movement and breath that system moves. So if you're doing this all day, you're not really moving that, because the diaphragm and the abdomen actually need to move in order to make sure that the lymph and blood are moving back to where they need to be, right? So exercise becomes very, very important with that valve system. And if something breaks down in the valve system or things stop moving, guess what happens? Fluid buildup. Now, in those lymph nodes and in that lymph system, you also have, because remember, the spleen, the thymus, the bone marrow, these are blood cells. So it is those bacteria, toxins, and waste. If the immune system sees that, it can then start your body reacting to that to, clear that out. At that point, if you have a bacteria, you could get a fever. That's good. Fevers are good. That means your body is actually trying to work to kill the bug. If you do not get a fever, that means your vital force is low and you need to work on that. And some of the activities that we have to tell you today can actually work on your vital force and also your lymphatics at the same time. That's what I love about us. We do that. So what happens if your lymphatics break down, right? What happens if they get overrun with toxin or bugs, or if your immune system really is imbalanced? Well, let's talk about symptoms. Symptoms are headaches, brain fog, swollen lymph nodes. And let's talk about swollen lymph nodes. A lot of times, patients will come in and they'll say, hey, right here, there's a swollen lymph node right there, and you feel it, and it's like the size of a marble. And you're like, yeah, you've got a problem. Let's have a picture of that right there. Swollen lymph node, right? But in other areas of the world, they actually have larger parasites that get in there, and they have really deleterious conditions because it blocks up that lymphatics. Let's have a picture of that. And that would be very scary, but that's a real thing in other parts of the world. Recurrent sore throats, mucus in the morning, fluid in the ears. A lot of people come in with fluid in the ears. Let's start some of this stuff that I'm getting ready to tell you about. Ears popping and ringing. Ooh, I've been doing that lately. I need to do some of this stuff. Reduced ability to fight infections. Constipation or sluggish bowel function. Unable to lose weight. Edema, swelling. Pain, soreness, pressure, and stiffness. Bloating. Heaviness. Hands or arms fall asleep while sleeping. How many people come in the office and say, well, my hands, when I'm sleeping, they just fall asleep and I wake it up? Lymphatics. Itchy skin, acne, dry skin, or other issues. Now, these are all symptoms. And remember, Dr. Kirby always says it's not the part, it's the whole. So you have to figure out what the root is and what is keeping your lymphatics blocked. In the meantime, it's very important to do things that are going to help your body recover. And remember, it's not what you do one day, it's what you do every day. And so you make sure you incorporate these in to your lives, your health, and just do it. Empower your body. Number one is move, exercise. And we're going to have a post on different things throughout that you can do to help your lymphatics. And one of those things is exercise. And it is very important to do functional exercise. And that does not mean go and run as hard as you can and do an athletic training like an Olympic athlete would. That's actually breaking down to the body. If you look at a lot of athletes that do that, they get paid to do that. So it's really important for you to do things that make your body feel better, not bad. And at first, it might just be a little. So how do you know how much exercise to do? Well, you'll do an amount of exercise, rest 10 minutes, and then do that exercise again. And if you don't get tired, then that is functionally reproducible exercise. And that's what you want. I personally, a lot of times, do 30 to 45 minutes of different, it's kind of a calisthenics, yoga, cardio type thing, where I do a lot of breathing. And I'm usually outside, barefoot on the ground. That way I get my exercise, my breathing, and my grounding all at the same time. Because that's what I've just learned to do, because I know that really helps me, helps my health, helps me to grow bigger in number, but not age as fast. And I feel good doing it. And so that's really good. Number 2 is the trampoline, bouncing trampoline, or the rebounder. And we may do a little video with the rebounder. I'm going to see if I can borrow my cousin Helen's, which I think she'll let me, for about 15 minutes. It'll be great. And so we'll go over more about the rebounder then. Then, of course, deep breathing. Remember, and it's not just breathing down, but it's breathing out, right? A lot of people just do the chest breathing, but you want to breathe down and out. And they make great apps for this right now. Meditative breathing, deep breathing, healthful breathing, that kind of thing. And it actually is very helpful. And it can, especially if you're one of those chest breathers that's really anxious, man, do it for 60 seconds and then see how much you can increase over time. I remember before I got into health and all that, man, I was nervous. I was just, whoo. And so I did 5 minutes of deep breathing, and honey, I did not feel good at all. But I mean, I can do it all the time now, and I'm fine. Another thing is hydrotherapy. Now, there are many forms of hydrotherapy. One of my favorites is constitutional hydrotherapy. It is where you have a series of hot and cold towels in a wool blanket on the front and the back with a sine wave attached. And in the words of Dr. Jared Zeff, it is one of the most powerful ways to stimulate the vis medicatrix, which is the body's internal healing mechanism. The thing is, you have to do it 3 to 5 times a week. And we do offer that in office, or you can do it at home. It is remember the hot and cold towels. People with sprained ankles, that are having problems, I often tell them to do hot and cold towels. 1 minute hot, 30 seconds cold. What does that do? Well, it gets blood in, oxygenate, crap out. The lymphatics has also been called, in some places, the sewage system of the body. So that's what it does. And so you want to get fresh in, healing, and pull out the bad, right? And so there are many types of hydrotherapy. Another one is hot and cold showers, which I do. I love it. It is very stimulating to the whole body. 1 minute hot, 30 seconds cold. I mean, as hot as you can stand. Don't burn yourself, 1 minute hot, 30 seconds cold, and do that 3 to 5 times. And then go to work. Watch your kids make breakfast. Do that kind of thing. And it can be really great for the immune system. Another hydrotherapy is the castor oil. The castor oil is one of my favorites. I learned something in my first few years in practice, and that is, if it hurts, put castor oil on it. And I just had a lady come in the office. Oh, no, let's do this. Cut. I was in a seminar with Dr. Dick Tom. It was like a phone seminar, like Undies or something. And he said the same thing I had just said, just because discovery. He said, if it hurts, put castor oil on it. And I have seen it to be the truth. And if it doesn't work right away, you keep doing it. I had one lady, it was 3 months down the road, and we were doing some other things too. And all of a sudden she came in and she said, the pain is gone. It is gone. Because remember, you have to be persistent and consistent with what you choose. So do it. If I have had complaints that the castor oil smells, it's just, and it's not smelly. It's just some people don't care for, how it smells, and that's just individual. So you can put some essential oils in that, just to make it more palatable. Try to be selective with what you want. So if you have pain, maybe some frankincense and myrrh. If you're nervous, maybe some lavender. If you have skin problems, some lavender. you know, that kind of thing. And that information is very readily available, especially if you are one of the, you know, doTERRA Young Living, that kind of thing. They have a lot of information available for the people who have their products. And it's quite available online. But castor oil. Castor oil is great for breast health. Remember, a lot of lymphatics here, a lot of lymphatics here. You got to get that moving. It's great for the gut, the gall, cramping, abdominal pain, lady part stuff, you know. Very, you know, it can be very helpful. There's a lot of lymphatics, a lot of blood flow, and remember, it's over time. One more thing I want to tell you about the hydrotherapy, and that is when you do the hot, cold, always end on cold. Why is that? That's because that actually, although, remember, what does cold do? Cold makes things slow down. But what it does to the body is it makes it increase to push that cold out. So you're actually stimulating the vital force to work better. Dehydration. Remember, your lymphatics are 96% water. If you are not hydrating yourself, and where do you have lymphatics? Everywhere. Then you are not going to have flow in blood. Blood needs water. All that, you have to have the flow. Because when it breaks down, guess what happens? Wow, you feel bad. So let's keep that lymphatics moving. And last but not least, that's not last but, the diet. If you're eating things that are aggravating your lymphatics in immune system in your gut, guess where else it's going to be aggravated? Everywhere. Brain, sinuses, you know, throat. Oh, my throat hurts. I just ate a piece of toast. Quit eating toast, you know. Quit eating toast. Avoid use of harsh chemicals. And there actually is this night deodorant stick. And I met this guy, and they sell the Vitamins Plus. And it actually works quite well. What you do is you take this detox stick, and you put it on the bottom of your foot the first night. A few nights do that. If you don't have any reaction, then you go up to your knee. Then after that, after a few nights, go up to your groin. Anyway, eventually what you want to do is be putting this night deodorant stick on the whole lymphatic channel. And it's quite beautiful. If you have some lymphatic issues or in chronic disease, then of course you will want to go much, much slower. You might want to start with your big toe, you know, because if you're in chronic disease, the lymphatics, you know, you got to balance the immune system as you do these things. So it's really important for you to be seeing a natural health care provider as you do this. Now, just want to introduce a couple herbs. We're going to actually do a Facebook Live on, you know, lymphatic herbs, but a couple of my go-tos are homeopathically, Physica, actually, and energetics. The energetics, they both make some really good lymphatic products. The ones that I have here, I didn't mean to bring that one. They have a lymph chronic 3, they have acute lymph 1, and a lymph matrix 2, and a drainage milieu. And they're actually quite, I've had good results. I like them. I don't know why I brought that. I just fell in love with it and wanted to try it. Lymphatic. Now, in Wise Woman, great quality herbs. This is Lymphagogue. And in it, it's like a point and spray for lymphatics. It's got an echinacea, the red root, the burdock. Ooh, one of my favorites is Herbalist and Alchemist Red Root Burdock Compound. Or is it Burdock Red Root Compound? Anyway, it is good. We use it a lot. Poke. Queen's Root. I'm on Queen's Root right now. Echinacea. Oh, we did that one. Southern Prickly Ash. And Wild Indigo. So, remember, the wild indigo clears heat, right? That's infection, inflammation. And so, if you're going to move the lymphatics, you have to be prepared for whatever's in there. So, before you do anything, if you're taking medications, whatever you're doing, don't just start stuff. Ask your natural health care provider if that's appropriate for you. And if you don't have a natural health care provider, please give us a call or visit us online at www.wildfirewellnessllc.com. And thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and share. And please make sure you see all our posts about lymphatics. They're very good. I spent a lot of time on them. I'm pretty excited. And if you're my Facebook friend, hey, I'm going to share them anyway. I hope you're having a great day. Look forward to seeing you soon.